not gonna lie, some of them people try to talk to me, but did I sleep with all them people? No.
Imagine waking up to find your name on a hit list your baby daddy posted, naming every rapper you allegedly slept with. That's exactly what Houston's Cartel Bo did to Trilcelda Blanco. NLE Choppa's own mama exposed his baby mama for sleeping with NBA Youngboy. And Rick Ross's first baby mama, her tape ended up in 50 Cent's hands. These are rappers' baby mamas who slept with their ops. Lastonia, Stony, Leviston, Rick Ross. Aight, let's run it up with a story that didn't just rattle the rap game, it changed how the whole culture looks at personal beef getting turned into a weapon. Lastonia Leviston, the streets know her as Stony, was Rick Ross's very first baby mama, no cap. She dropped his daughter Toy Roberts on March 17, 2002. And at that point in time, William Leonard Roberts II wasn't the boss we all know today. Bro was just a regular dude grinding for his shot, and Stony was riding shotgun the whole way. She been said she felt like his Lil Kim, and he was her biggie, and they was locked in from the jump, first night and everything. The situation eventually crumbled when Toy was just about 2 years old, but they kept the co-parenting locked tight, and she even said she's the most level-headed one out of all of Ross's baby mamas, period. But check this out, cause Stony wasn't even rocking with Ross when the scandal that put her name in everybody's mouth went down. June 2008, she pulled up on her boyfriend at the time, Maurice Reese Murray, for what was only their third date, and they made a private tape. Homie's face got blurred in the leak that eventually hit the net, but Stoney's didn't. And that right there is where the betrayal really cut deep. Murray, mad salty, cause Stoney caught him cheating and even put the side chick on game, allegedly handed that tape straight to 50 Cent right in the thick of his beef with Rick Ross. Then 50 took that tape, chopped it down to a 13-minute joint, threw a wig on, narrated the whole thing himself, and started clowning Stoney's body just to throw shots at Ross. She wasn't having that and took it to court in 2010 for 15 mil over invasion of privacy and emotional distress, and that case stayed in the system for years. Then in 2015, the New York jury came back and hit her with 5 mil in compensatory damages, plus another 2 mil in punitive damages, adding up to a clean $7,050,000 filed for bankruptcy shortly after. And part of that move was directly behind this very ruling. These days, Stoney's still getting to the bag with her boutique Instatique down in Miami. She lives in a crib owned by Ross, and she even hopped on Netflix's WAGs to Riches in 2025 to break down how the leak had her feeling like damaged goods. And while Stoney caught all that collateral damage between Ross and 50, there's another baby mama whose name is stitched into that same beef forever, just from a whole different angle. Tia Kemp, Rick Ross. Tia Kemp, known to the gram as Yunti, is Rick Ross's other baby mama, and her story might be even crazier than Stoney's, on God. She and Ross got a son named William Roberts III, dropped around 2005, and Lil Bro out here playing college football now. Their situation stretched from like 2003 all the way to 2015, and from day one to day done, it was nothing but smoke in the air. Tia came up in Miami as the oldest of 6 kids, raised by teenage parents while her pops did most of her early years behind the wall. That kind of raising built her into the unfiltered say what she mean, no chaser personality the internet been knowing her as. The drama between Tia and Ross been one of the longest running rap soap operas in history. We talking child support wars, claims that he ain't paying enough, and Ross firing back that he be dropping 25 bands a month paying college tuition and lining up business opportunities for they son. Ross even dissed her on tracks with Future and Metro Boomin, including a line on Everyday Hustle calling the baby mama the biggest op in his life. But the real reason Tia made this list is cause she went and aligned herself with 50 Cent in front of the whole world, and that's Rick Ross's biggest rival, the guy he been at war with since forever. Back in 2009, Tia dropped a whole tell-all book called Tia's Diary, Deeper Than Rap, and that book was straight smoke at Ross from front to back, and 50 Cent was allegedly the one bankrolling or promoting the project from behind the scenes. After that, she started showing up next to 50 in interviews, did a Smooth magazine cover with him, hit shopping sprees, and even pulled up at events with Floyd Mayweather. Whether or not they actually got down for real behind closed doors ain't never been officially confirmed by nobody, but the optics alone made it look like Tia jumped right in the bed with the enemy. And in the trenches and in the rap game, perception is reality, period. She kept dragging Ross over the years on her Aunt T podcast on Zeus Network with Tokyo Tony and Carlissa Saffold, and she even reposted comments clowning Ross after the 2024 Vancouver attack incident. There was also that boss man D low situation where she clashed with him after he allegedly accused her of sliding in his DMs, and she flipped that script right back on him. Tia keep her name ringing cause she refused to be quiet, and Ross, with all his M's and all his muscle, still can't shake her shadow off his back. But while Tia spent years torturing Ross from the sidelines with 50, there's another baby mama whose story flipped the whole script the other way, where 50 Cent end up being the one who got humbled. Daphne Joy, 50 Cent. Karma is real in this rap game, my boy, cause the same 50 Cent that used Stoney Leviston's tape to throw shots at Rick Ross found himself catching the exact same kind of fade years later. Daphne Joy, real name Daphne Narvaez, is the mama of 50's son Sire Jackson, born back in 2012. She and 50 was kicking it from like 2011 to 2012, and the breakup was uglier than a world star fade. By 2013, she had already accused him of domestic violence. He pleaded guilty to vandalism, and homie thought probation was the worst of it. But by 2024, the whole thing flipped when she accused him of rape and physical abuse on a whole nother level. He denied it, sued her for defamation, dropped the suit, and started fighting for custody. But here's where it really got ugly for 50. No cap. Daphne Joy got pulled into the Diddy federal sex trafficking and racketeering case in 2024, where she was named as an alleged sex worker on a monthly stipend. She wasn't having that label, but the court testimony in Diddy's 2025 trial painted a picture that was hard for 50 to even stomach. Reports said she was involved with Diddy for about 4 years, including them infamous freak-offs, alleged sexual situations where other folks was participating while Diddy watched, drug use including ecstasy and Molly, and trips Diddy was funding top to bottom.
And,
one of them.
Yeah, right. She was the freak-offs, and, she was a reoccurring member of the freak-offs, and it's starting to look a little clearer as to why 50's been so interested in shitting on Diddy.
The deeper details that came out was even more wild than the surface level stuff. Allegedly, Diddy had her on a 10 bands a month payment plan, and she admitted that between that bag and child support from 50, that was the only money she was eating off of. She even reportedly had childcare lined up for Sire whenever Diddy hit her line.
She was saying how there was one point where her and Diddy weren't in the best of graces.
50 Cent been trolling Daphne Joy nonstop ever since this all came to light, posting pics of her, calling her a little sex worker, dropping cryptic WTF posts during the trial. Ja Rule even hopped in on the trolling, finally getting his lick back after years of being clowned by 50. To make it even worse, Shaniqua Tompkins, 50's first baby mama, hopped in publicly and claimed 50 already knew Joy's alleged call girl background from Vegas. While 50 Cent still nursing them wounds, let's slide on over to a story out of Memphis where another baby mama got dragged into a beef nobody saw coming. Marissa Danae, NLE Choppa. NLE Choppa, born Bryson Potts, got a complicated baby mama situation that lit up the internet in early 2026 when his own mama lit the fuse. Marissa Danae is the mama of NLE's son, Chosen Won Dashun Potts, born August 16, 2023. NLE also got a daughter named Clover, born around June 2020, with another woman named Mariah. Marissa and NLE had a back and forth situationship that started around 2021 to 2022, and they even went through a miscarriage together before Chosen came in the picture. The co-parenting between Marissa and NLE been everything but smooth on Cozart. She been accusing him of being an absent father, blocking her visitation, feeding they son so bad he got fast on his development, and even neglecting the basic dad duties. Marissa also said in public that NLE don't call or pull up on Chosen on no consistent basis, and that they son actually be calling another man, rapper EKT40, dad. She also clowned NLE for putting more energy into dissing NBA Youngboy than handling business at the crib with his own seeds. That brings us to mid-January 2026, when NLE Choppa's mama, Angela Potts, also known as Mama Choppa, went live on social media and started going off on the baby mamas. She was mainly aiming at Marissa in the context of the rant, accusing the baby mamas of blocking her family from seeing the kids out of spite, mostly cause NLE wouldn't put a ring on Marissa. And then she dropped the nuke. While giving NBA Youngboy his flowers as an artist, she casually mentioned that one of the baby mamas slept with him. The implication was loud enough that the internet immediately pinned it on Marissa with the quickness. Now this mattered cause NLE Choppa and NBA Youngboy got a real beef poppin'. NLE done dropped diss tracks like KO and Hello Revenge, and there have been older tensions tied back to Fredo Bang and other Baton Rouge connects. So for Marissa to allegedly link up with Youngboy, that ain't just messy, that's a calculated cross right right in the middle of an active war. Marissa Dunn denied or addressed the rumors in different clips, but the damage to NLE's image with the fans was already done. And speaking of betrayals involving rival camps, let's slide on over to Atlanta, where a major influencer made a confession that shook the whole culture to its core. Jada Cheeves, Lil Baby. Jada Cheeves, the kind of name that hold weight on the gram, whether you follow rap or not. Born September 25th, 1997, in Savannah, Georgia. She came up from selling clothes on Poshmark as a teenager to building a whole empire that include her clothing line Waitaman, her beauty brand Jada Cheeves Beauty, and a book she dropped back in 2018 called The Young Boss Blueprint. She also got over 8 million followers on the gram and a net worth sitting comfortably between 4 and 5 mil. She and Lil Baby, real name Dominique Armani Jones, started talking around 2016 to 2017 in Atlanta, and they share a son named Loyal Armani Jones, born February 18th, 2019. They situation been on and off, with breakups, public shade, and linkbacks playing out for years, but the real shakeup came in mid-January 2026 when Jada hopped on a TikTok live to promote her skincare line, and a fan asked her about them long-standing rumors with Lil Baby and Ari Fletcher. Jada ain't dodged nothing. She said the rumors was true, that it had been going on for a long time, and that she just ain't want to get into the details. She even doubled down in the comments, stressing how it had been true. Now this is the part that turned it from regular gossip into something way deeper. Ari Fletcher in a long-term, very public relationship with rapper Moneybagg Yo, who is one of Lil Baby's go-to collaborators on tracks. So when Jada confirmed that Lil Baby had been linking with Ari, it ain't just blow up Jada and Ari's old friendship. It implicated Moneybagg Yo as somebody Lil Baby had crossed in a major way. The internet went stupid with memes, hot takes, and constant replays of that live clip. Ari Fletcher responded sideways through Instagram, posting herself in an all-white look with a fur coat captioned "My Year" over a song audio that fans took as her unbothered statement. Moneybagg Yo posted stacks of cash on his story, also looking unfazed on the surface. But the damage was already done, period. Jada's mama Trisha also threw some subtle shade online, and the whole Atlanta influencer rap circle started picking sides. Whether the alleged hookup happened during Ari's situation with Moneybagg Yo is still unconfirmed, but that loyalty fracture is permanent. And speaking of loyalty fractures, let's pull up to the Bronx, where a Christmas Eve video flipped the drill scene upside down. Rari Scorpio Shaw Ek. Bronx drill its own ecosystem on God, and Shaw Ek, real name Chalum Perry, is right in the middle of that ecosystem. He got a daughter with a woman known online as Rari Scorpio _, sometimes spelled Rari Scorpio. Their relationship been on and off, with very public ups and downs, but she had moments of being down too, like when she released balloons for Shaw Ek's pops while he was dealing with legal issues. The co-parenting been visible on the gram through Mother's Day posts and family content, but all that loyalty got tossed out the window on Christmas Eve of 2024. On December 24th, 2024, D-Thang G's, a rival Bronx drill rapper from the opposite side of Shaw Ek's beefs and tied to groups like DOA and RPT, posted a video of himself sitting in a whip with Rari Scorpio _. He called her his bestie or something close to that, and the video took off like wildfire across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. The reaction was swift and no mercy. Drill pages and fans roasted Shaw Ek into the dirt. Comments was calling her nasty work, mixy, and disloyal. The Opps on Shaw Ek's enemy list, names like C Blue and Ray Bala, piled on with no chill at all. Shaw Ek's response was more measured than people thought it'd be, but the pain was clear as day. He addressed it sideways by posting about his daughter, saying his love for her would never change and that daddy got her for life. He later went live and stepped outside, asking people not to troll or bring up certain names, focusing his energy on his seed instead of escalating it into another street war. There was also reports floating around about how much money he had spent on Rari in the past, which added more fuel to the disrespect. Rari, on her end, played it like she ain't have a care in the world. She reportedly posted a carefree Home Alone meme on her story, looking completely unbothered by all the noise. And this wasn't even the first time she'd been spotted around Shaw Ek's opposition. Earlier rumors had her at events talking to Shaw G's and others. Shaw Ek and D-Thang got a long-running rivalry full of diss tracks and street tension, so this wasn't just a social media link-up. That was a direct shot at Shaw Ek's pride. And while Shaw Ek was nursing them wounds in the Bronx, let's pull up to Houston, where another baby mama got her name dragged through an even longer list of allegations. Trilcelda Blanco, Cartel Beau. Trilcelda Blanco, sometimes spelled Trilcelda Blanco, is a dancer, model, and social media personality who became the eye of one of Houston's wildest baby mama stories in 2026. She and Houston rapper Cartel Beau, real name Warren Trammell Brown II, got 3 kids together as of her May 2026 podcast appearance, and they situation been on and off with public drama, custody fights, and mutual accusations flying every which way. Cartel Beau had recently came home from the Bing around 2024 and was working on his music, including collabs with that Mexican OT. The fireworks really kicked off in 2025 and 2026 when Cartel Beau hopped on the gram and posted what fans started calling a millionaire hit list. He named every rapper, athlete, and industry head he claimed Trilcelda had been with. The list was long, my boy, and it had Kurt Bangs and his cousin, Compton Menace, Yella, Half Pint, Doughboy Address, Gervonta Davis, Slim Thug, Z-Ro, Stephon Diggs, Deion Sanders Jr., Rich the Kid, Derez Deshawn, Andrew Wiggins, Edie House III, Carl Crawford and his guys, and even half of BMF, including Southwest T. Trilcelda ain't sit quiet either. She pulled up on the Real Leafy Street Stars podcast around May 3rd, 2026, and went line by line through every claim like she had a checklist. She even took a live pregnancy test on the show, which came back positive, while addressing the fact that she already had a 2-month-old son. She denied a bunch of the names, gave context for others, and pushed back hard.
I'm not gonna lie, some of them people try to talk to me, but did I sleep with all them people? No.
She also called out Kurt Bangs specifically with some strong language, claiming she had video proof in related clips. She explained that the broke incident at the Address Club happened after she got locked outside with her baby, and she framed Cartel Beau's whole hit list as pillow talk betrayal and a toxic cycle. The whole situation became a textbook case of public breakups in the rap world turning into entertainment for the masses. Now we sliding over to a Chicago drill story that flipped the whole scene upside down right before Christmas. YFG Fatso's baby mama, Bloodhound Q50. Chicago drill operate by its own set of unwritten rules, and one of the biggest ones is you don't bring kids into op business, period. But in late 2025, around early to mid-December, that rule got broken in the loudest way possible. Bloodhound Q50, a Chicago drill figure tied to opposing sides in the city street beefs, was seen and posted hanging out with YFG Fatso's baby mama and their young daughter. The content had pics and videos of Q50 with the child, including him putting a hat on her and joking that she looked like him now. Them clips traveled fast across drill media. Q50 wasn't just casually involved either, no cap. He was seen playing with the child, bonding with her, and giving money and gifts that was described as Christmas came early. For people watching from the outside, it looked like a sweet lil moment. For people in the drill scene, it looked like an act of war. Fatso's baby mama later broke down the why behind it during follow-up interviews on platforms like 16 Shot 'em Visuals. She claimed Fatso had previously took their daughter around her own Opps, breaking an unspoken agreement to keep their child out of street matters. She framed her hangout with Q50 as tit for tat, said she met him casually at a grocery store, said he was easy on the eyes, and that none of it was planned to look like disloyalty. Q50 gave his own explanation on a No Jumper interview. He said he liked kids in general, cited his cousins and siblings, and said he ain't initially know she was Fatso's baby mama, or he downplayed knowing it. He compared his situation to other rappers dropping 6ix9ine and Steve Will Do It as examples, and pushed back on the backlash by saying the child was innocent and shouldn't be involved in beef. He defended bonding with the kid and giving her money and gifts. Fatso himself responded by going live multiple times. He said the situation ain't really faze him and ain't entertained none of them calls for violent retaliation. He kept his composure publicly and focused on other matters even though the optics was rough. Plenty of fans saw it as deeper personal issues spilling into the streets in a reckless way. And speaking of reckless, let's slide right back into the chaos surrounding another Chicago drill icon. Slim Danger, Chief Keef. Arion Clark, better known as Slim Danger, is one of Chief Keef's baby mamas and probably one of the most controversial figures in modern hip-hop gossip. Born June 13th, 1989 in New Orleans, she dropped Keef's son Zinc Clark in July 2016, with paternity getting confirmed in court in 2017 after Keef ain't contest. She built her notoriety through Instagram modeling, OnlyFans content, and podcast appearances, including co-hosting Thoughts Next Door with Selena Powell foul. Slim Danger reportedly met Keith after sliding him a DM and a video saying she'd be at one of his shows, and they linked up from there. They was never a real couple, but they've been co-parenting with court involvement. What put her on this list ain't just Keith though. Slim Danger been very public about sexual encounters with rappers in and around Keith's orbit, including alleged rivals and ops in the broader drill scene.
It went to Waka Flocka.
While he was with Tammy?
She named Lil Durk as somebody she had been involved with, including an alleged pregnancy that ended in an abortion he paid roughly 15 bands for.
Durk, it was what, 1550? So
15,000?
The most explosive moment, though, came in 2018 during 6ix9ine's heated trawling of Chief Keef. 6ix9ine flew Slim Danger out, took her on a Gucci shopping spree in New York City, and there was claims and videos of sexual activity, including her performing oral on him. She later said she got paid about 75 bands for the appearance and framed it as business. Slim Danger also claimed past intimacy with Lil Baby, including an alleged 2022 to 2023 pregnancy and a daughter she called Marzi, which Lil Baby publicly denied. Other names she'd been tossing around in interviews include Tristan Thompson, who allegedly flew her out and paid 25 bands for a transaction. She also claimed an encounter with Odell Beckham Jr. involving a wild fetish situation. Chief Keef has reportedly told her to slow her roll on the public claims, but Slim Danger been keeping her foot on the gas. Now let's wrap this whole thing up with one of the most recent and most painful confirmations in the rap world. Rennie Rucci, Black Zack. Rennie Rucci, born Courtney Renee Donaldson on October 2nd, 1991, in Columbia, South Carolina, is a Southern hip-hop rapper, social media personality, and supporting cast member on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta since season 10. She came up in 2017 and 2018 through viral freestyles and remixes, including her run over Lil Baby's freestyle that pulled in millions of views. She dropped projects like Big Rennie in 2019 and Quick Tape in 2020, signed to Wolfpack, and collabed with Kevin Gates on tracks like Hands on Your Knees that went viral in 2020 and 2021. She started talking to fellow South Carolina rapper Black Zack, real name Zachary Chapman, around late 2023 after they reconnected at a nightclub when both was single. They had a son in September 2024, and in February 2026, they announced they was expecting a second seed together, which would be Rennie's 4th overall. But before that second pregnancy announcement, their relationship hit a massive public crisis. In March 2025, Kevin Gates released or resurfaced a track that fans and Black Zack both took as referencing a past romantic or sexual involvement with Rennie Rucci, and the song even hinted at a possibly shared seed. Black Zack ain't hold back. He confronted Rennie on a live stream, accused her of cheating with Gates, and told her to pack her stuff and leave they crib. He also admitted to his own cheating during the argument, but his focus stayed on the Gates rumors. Rennie denied cheating during their relationship, called the song old, and pointed out it was about 5 years prior, and insisted she ain't speak to Gates. She accused Black Zack of being the real cheater and gaslighting her, and said she'd been trying to hold the family down for they baby. She also pointed out that homie had put her out the crib multiple times before. The argument went viral across TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and outlets like Hollywood Unlocked, Hot 97, and Yahoo. Some fans were speculating it was part of a Love and Hip Hop Atlanta storyline, but the tension looked too real for that. No confirmed evidence of an affair or shared seed with Kevin Gates ever surfaced publicly beyond the lyrics and the speculation. Their relationship status got blurry after the incident, but the 2026 pregnancy announcement suggested some level of reconciliation or co-parenting commitment. The Kevin Gates and Black Zack collabs and friendship made the whole thing even more painful, cause these is men who had worked in the same circles, and a song became the spark that lit the whole house on fire. Love this video? Click on these cards for more.